What up, Aquarius? Thank you so much for joining me for your weekly forecast for the week of August 17th through August 23rd of 2020. Thank you for being here. Well, we do have Uranus going retrograde. It went retrograde last Saturday, and it is retrograde for the rest of this year until January in your fourth house. This is definitely going to bring up unexpected things within the home life, within your deep emotions, within the foundation of your life. But it's about dealing with these unexpected things, figuring them out, being innovative, and Uranus takes you to that next level. It ascends you. So whatever may happen in the next 6 months that makes you have to rethink the structure of your life, your family, your home life, in whatever way it is to make you stronger and to show you that light and to take you to your destiny and your highest place. So expect the unexpected and it'll be all right. We just got to work through things. That's life, right? There's just ups and downs, good days, bad days, deal with things, grow. So it is. We have the sun in your 7th house before it transits into the 8th house this week. It is going to be making a sextile to the north node in your 5th house. And I say this because it's making a yod to Saturn. So this is about the balance of your life and the balance of love in your life. And with the North Node in the 5th house, really, Aquarius, you are going for the love right now. Finding that love and that passion and what excites you and lets you be that child right now is so important. It's almost where you're being drawn to with the North Node here. And the 7th house with the sun, it's like you're still trying to find that balance. And you're coming, into this, ingress here with moving into your 8th house in Virgo. But before that, we get the yod to Saturn in your 12th house. So it's like you can't restrict yourself almost from the unknown. You don't want to hold yourself back from tuning into things that you can't see. It's the 12th house is the unseen. So there's something in your subconscious. There's something that you need to find. You almost need to meditate on it to find the balance that you're looking for, and also to connect with the inner child within you and with the love. Don't restrict yourself from going real deep to figure out what might be holding you back from maybe the greatest love of your life. Something to consider. We do have the sun is going to transit into your 8th house. It's going to sit on the fixed star Regulus at 0 degree of Virgo. Mercury as well is going into your 8th house. So this is definitely bringing up the deep truth, the deep emotional stuff. It's about bringing that true authenticity, and it's about bringing that passion for what's really going on inside you. There's no bullshit with the 8th house. It's transformation, it's death, it's rebirth. So and with Regulus here, the heart of the lion, it is about having the courage and the strength and the love to power through whatever might look like the end. It's to transform you and to shape you and to bring you into, your true emotional self, and to merge you with what is meant for you. So there's a lot that has to do with just being in that heart and being willing to go through maybe the greatest transformation that you've had in a long time, by tuning into the subtle things and by tuning into the things that you can't see. With Saturn there, not restricting yourself from that spiritual side of life and not being too stuck in the physical. Maybe it's finding the balance between the physical and the non-physical so that you can really find that love within and express it. Mars here is going to be squaring Saturn. So Mars is in your 3rd house, square Saturn in your 12th. You have all the energy in the world to speak up for the environment you want, to make things happen, but you have to. This is an interesting one because it's almost like you have to just trust in the unknown and not restrict yourself to whatever reality you think it needs to be, whatever environment you think you need or you were taught that you needed. It's it's the hidden one that is what you truly desire right now. This is a 2-month transit, this Mars square Saturn. So this is a lot of build up to this huge transformational change, and you have so much going on in your 12th house, which is unseen. It is spiritual. And it could be detrimental too. It could be very slippery. It could be like going down the wrong path and escaping from reality with drugs, with alcohol, with all sorts of things. So it's like, how can you not escape? How can you not put yourself into a position where you feel like you've restricted yourself from everything so much that you just have to escape from it? But how can you feel it and, you know, bring it to mind and like be curious enough to work through it and to look, past the surface of things? You got to go deep with the 12th house. So this is like the next 2 months where you just have to put a lot of your energy into going deeper within yourself so that you can figure out exactly what, you need to find this like balance, this harmony, and this deep truth within yourself. Yeah. I'll pull a card on that. The Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, I think, you've put enough swords in your back, and it's definitely time to put your passion into figuring out exactly the environment that you want. You don't have to overthink it. I think it's definitely about. It's not. The 12th house is a hard one because there's so much going on with Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn. It's amplified with Pluto. It's this huge transformation, this huge like hidden, even more hidden stuff with Pluto there. And then Saturn there's like almost trying to restrict you from seeing the truth. And then you get the Ten of Swords reversed, and it's almost like the more that you look for what you're looking for, the harder it's going to be. You just have to like trust that it's going to come. And you're going to start taking swords out of your back. Because there's so many swords in your back already that it's like, just stop forcing it. But Mars is squaring all this, so it's like, you feel like you have to. You feel like if you don't just go put all your energy into figuring out the unknown, that, I don't know. It's a tricky one, Aquarius. It's a lot of 12th house stuff. I think the more that you can figure out your deep truth, the more that you can figure out what brings you harmony in life, the more you can not restrict yourself from a certain balance, and also tune into what Spirit's saying, all that 12th house stuff, not get lost, not escape, but, look for ways to see through the veil, to cut through it, so that you're not putting more knives in your back and stressing out, but that you're on the uphill and that you're coming through, because really you are. There's only a few more months, and Saturn and Jupiter are going to come into your first house, and you're going to be out of this huge, gnarly 12th house transit. So, yeah, it's to take some knives out of your back, because the journey goes on, and you have a lot more. You have a lot more to go. Because Jupiter and Saturn in your first is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's a rough year. Out of all the fixed signs, you guys have it the roughest, and then cardinal signs take the cake with like all their shit right now. So anyways, I love you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.